What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
UFC Fight Night, Benavidez versus Figueiredo just happened this past Saturday from Norfolk, Virginia. This past February 29th. Fight Pass ESPN Plus card. It was an okay card. Some crazy. There was it was just an okay card. Let's put it that way. It was an okay. There was some fun finishes. There was some premature finishes. Probably one of the worst, by far, one of the worst, most egregious stoppages I have ever seen in MMA history was the Ion Cutelaba versus Magomed Ankalaev. Cutelaba was doing pretending. He was doing kind of like Anderson Silva, kind of pretending that he got wobbled. Watching the fight, watching the clips, at no point did it seem like never really seemed like any of the punches and kicks that he, were getting thrown at him. Didn't seem like any of those actually landed. Right? So it really seems obvious when you're watching it that he's playing around and he's doing the kind of drunk boxer kind of thing. But instantly, watching the clips, the ref, it seemed like the ref wanted to stop it way earlier than he actually did. He was jumping towards the action immediately once Cutelaba started, wobbling. And then, of course, stopped it. Nothing had happened. And the ref, not the worst guy. I don't know his name offhand. He's, not one of the big guys, not like a Big Tan Dan Mergliata or a, whatever the other guys. I'm blanking on everybody's names right now. Herbert Dean, another great one. There's a lot of great refs. Don't get me wrong. And this guy, for the most part, has done a great job. I can't remember a time where this guy is necessarily fucked up, right? There's other times people fuck up. Even Herb Dean fucks up. Everybody fucks up. But this was just I don't know what he was watching. I don't know if it was the angle he was watching it at, but at no point watching the previews did it look like at any point Cutelaba was actually hurt. And it didn't look like any of those punches actually landed. There was one kind of little flippy backhand punch that kind of landed, but it wasn't there was no power. It wasn't the thing that Cutelaba was pretending to get rocked by. So it was just kind of disappointing. It was kind of whatever. The main event, just a whatever kind of don't really care main event for the it was supposed to be for the 125 championship, but Figueiredo did not make weight. He was 2.5 pounds off, something like that. So they did a catch weight. They did a thing where if Figueiredo wins, he doesn't get the belt, but if Benavidez wins, he does get the belt. Benavidez went in with pretty much, he looked like somebody brand new in the UFC. The way he was throwing punches and just kind of leaning into his punches and just how he was bull rushing and attacking Figueiredo, he was definitely landing. Don't get me wrong. His combinations, despite being very leaping, very wide, just very green. It didn't look like I was watching a championship fight by any means. It did not. It felt like I was watching a Contender Series fight at best. And Benavidez is he's been doing it for this. There's no point. It's I don't understand this game plan of him kind of just throwing wild punches, leaning into stuff. It only took Figueiredo by the second round, he finally kind of timed it right and caught Benavidez I think he caught him coming in and just put him right on his ass. And it was a quick finish from there. But it was something where Benavidez, I think, thought he was doing better because some of those punches were landing. And he was clipping him. Don't get me wrong. He was clipping him. But it wasn't enough to get him hurt. And it wasn't enough to make up for the fact that he was going in completely defenseless with all of those attacks. Like, it was just a matter of time. Out of 5 rounds, it was just a matter of time before Figueiredo timed it right and caught him coming in, and that's what happened. And it's, it is what it is. Nobody has the belt now. I don't know if the division's going to go on. Cejudo wants to cut back down and fight to since he he never lost his belt. He relinquished his belt only because he was doing surgery. He was planning on fighting at bantamweight next. So it makes sense that they would take the belt from him or have him relinquish it. But I would not mind seeing him go back down and defending it, since technically nobody has the belt in that division. But I also wouldn't be surprised if the UFC just cut the division altogether, like they've talked about doing ever since Mighty Mouse was the king of the hill, and doing nothing to promote it. So those kind of the two main things from last night. There was some interesting women's featherweight fights. They both got ended. Both finished in the first round. Similar times, too. 3 minutes and 31, 3 minutes, 37 seconds. So interesting to see what happens with the featherweight division, women's featherweight division, as well as the 125 men's division. But overall, it was okay. Fun night of fights, but just that stoppage was kind of the highlight of the night. Now, moving on to next week, it's a pay-per-view, UFC 248 from Las Vegas, Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero, March 7th, co-headlined by Weili Zhang and Joanna Jędrzejczyk for the women's strawweight division. I have Adesanya winning. Yoel Romero can explode and connect and has been known to do that. I just think Adesanya is going to, he's smart. I don't think he's going to put himself in harm's way. I don't think he's going to get lazy in the later rounds. I think he will probably be able to wear out Yoel, which Yoel has been known to wear out. He kind of paces himself pretty heavy in his fights. Especially championship fights, just waiting to explode when the opportunity presents itself. I don't think Israel's going to allow that to happen. Also, I think Weili Zhang is going to win. Joanna, ever since she lost, it seems like she's making all kinds of excuses for her losing. I think maybe did she just get a win, Joanna? But yeah, I just don't think. I think she cares more about her Instagram, it seems like, more than no, she just beat Michelle Watterson in a decision, which was kind of close. I don't remember specifically. And then she beat Tisha Torres, which that's fine too. But she has a few losses. It just seems like excuses are her bread and butter recently. But I think Weili Zhang's going to get it. I just think she's a beast and well-rounded. And I don't think maybe Joanna can hurt her, but I don't know. Beneil Dariush versus Drakkar Noir, close. Should be a fun one. Neil Magny is the dude I couldn't think of last week as far as being the most active in the past year versus Li Jing Liang. That should be a fun fight. Alex Oliveira is always fun to watch against Max Griffin. So the main card of the pay-per-view seems like a fun card. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, Sean O'Malley is finally coming back. He's the feature bout for the prelims versus Jose Alberto Quinones. We'll finally get to see Sean O'Malley after, it feels like 2 years, maybe, since he's fought, dealing with all these tainted supplement issues. Yeah. Interesting fight. Looking forward to it. Hopefully, it's a good fight and we get a great pay-per-view. But definitely set up to be some interesting, entertaining fights next week for UFC 248 from Las Vegas. But that's it for this episode. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go buy my artwork over at InspiredDisorder.com and save 25% when you use coupon code RTS. Follow me on social media at Ray Taylor. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!